Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I made a video. This is gonna be a really quick video because it's not a lot has gone on since my last video. I know Joe Biden is now president. Kamala Harris is the VP. I love the fact that there's a woman VP. I love it. I would prefer Tulsi Gabbard, but that's me. Everybody sit here and act like Kamala Harris is the best thing on this God's green earth, and she ain't. Okay, to me she hasn't really shown that she's doing that she is willing that she would be willing to do what it takes to make a change. For me, for example, I want the Tulsi Gabbard to be VP, and I feel like she's proven that she's willing to do what it takes to make change. For example, back in 2016, and I said this in one of my previous videos, back in 2016, Tulsi Gabbard was actually the vice chair of the DNC. She was vice chair. Literally, she was like the golden girl. She was a woman of color. She's a woman, and they were training her to be the head chair of the DNC. And when Tulsi Gabbard found out how corrupt the DNC really is and how they fudged up Bernie Sanders, she relinquished her rights as vice chair to support Bernie Sanders. Like, she did it to support Bernie Sanders. She's shown that she has that strength inside of her. I don't know what Kamala Harris has done, but sat there and said that she smoked weed and then put people in jail for smoking weed. I don't know what she's done. Like, tell me something. Like, I don't know what she's done. For real. They sat there and called her the most progressive senator that we have, and I'm like, do you not? And I'm not even the biggest fan of Bernie Sanders at this point in time, but I was. But do you not know about Bernie Sanders? She is the most progressive girl. Bye. She's not more progressive than even Elizabeth Warren. No, she's not. She's not. Um, but so, but I'm making this video because I want to sit here and talk about the progressives. The DK, the progressive. There are no more progressives. I said this in a video before, but this is true now. Like, after this election, they have come to show that there are no progressives anymore. AOC is not a progressive. Ilhan Omar is not a progressive. Ro Khan, I just saw him on the Jimmy Dore show, not a progressive. The thing is, you sit there and you act like $1,200 for the American people is enough. You sit there and you say, we need to give $1,200 to the American people. No, we needed to give them $1,200 every freaking month. That's what we needed to do. We needed to give them actually $2,000 a month. It's so funny how they could do it in all these other countries, but for some reason in America, they can't do it. And America's supposed to be the richest nation in the world. Where? The 1%. People fail to understand that this is already a socialist country. This is already a socialist country. So many people are scared of socialism, but this is already a socialist country when the 1% owns more wealth than the bottom 90%. That's socialism. That's socialism at its finest. And it's corporate socialism, so people really don't care. But this is already a socialist country. It's so crazy how people sit there and act like, oh my God, we cannot have a socialist as a president. We cannot have Bernie Sanders. No, we can't do it. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. This is already a socialist country. But there's no more progressives. AOC sat there and she voted for the HEROES Act, which was the largest distribution of wealth to the wealthiest people in history. Okay? And then she stood there and then she blamed the Republicans. Girl, Nancy Pelosi is the one who drew up that HEROES Act. I ain't got nothing to do with the Republicans. Or, yeah, could they have made it better? Yes. But even if they would have made it better, you think Nancy Pelosi, after they would have returned it to Nancy Pelosi would have reread it. Do you really think she would have approved of it? No. No, she wouldn't have. Look, they were going to try to pass a bill with $1.9 trillion. Yeah, it wasn't the $2.3 trillion, the $2.2 trillion that she wanted to pass. But they were going to pass something. And now look, Trump isn't going to pass anything. For the next 3 months, Trump is going to be doing nothing. When they had a chance to actually pass a bill to help the American people, was it what we really needed? Of course not. But neither was the HEROES Act. There was no state funding in the HEROES Act. But then again, you have people like AOC and Bernie Sanders and Ilhan Omar complaining about the Republicans. It's your party. Your party is the one who's pushing this. Democrats are the ones who are pushing this bill, the HEROES Act. But yet you stand there and you still blame the Republicans. Why? And then it's funny because before AOC right before she became a congresswoman, she said she will not vote for Nancy Pelosi to in her reelection. She's not gonna vote for her. She's not. What did she do? She voted for her. She voted for Nancy Pelosi. Like, don't sit here and tell me you're a progressive when you're not. A true progressive is going to stand there and fight against their own party. Tulsi Gabbard, as much as I don't even like all her policies, I'm not going to sit here and act like I do, because I don't. But when it comes to war, that's something I completely agree with Tulsi Gabbard on. Completely agree with her on. Like, you can't sit there and say you're a progressive, but you won't even call out your own party. I like Tulsi Gabbard because Tulsi Gabbard calls out her own party. She will stand there and say, no, the Democrats are full of shit, the same way the Republicans are full of shit. At the end of the day, people need to understand and realize neither party gives a shit about people. And there are over 26 parties in the United States. But us, as Americans, we stand there and we let the media dictate who we're going to vote for. We act like there's only a Democrat and a Republican, and there isn't. When I stand there and I say I'm a Green Party member, people look at me and laugh, and then you have Democrats who tell me your vote is for Donald Trump. If you're not gonna vote for Joe Biden, your vote is for Donald Trump. My vote was for Howie Hawkins. It was never for Donald Trump, just like my vote was never for Joe Biden. My vote was either Tulsi Gabbard, which it was, and during the primaries, and then I knew she wasn't gonna win because they fucked her over. She didn't even participate in the third debate, which she should have, but she didn't even participate in it because of the DNC, because they're full of shit, like always. But I couldn't vote for Joe Biden, and I don't understand how a progressive, how people who really want change can vote for him. I don't get it. I really don't understand. You think because he put a woman of color on the ticket who wasn't even his first choice, by the way. It wasn't like Kamala Harris was his first choice, because we all know his first choice was Amy Klobuchar. We all know that. For those of us who follow the politics, Amy Klobuchar was his first choice. It wasn't even Kamala Harris. And then you have people like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren talking about, oh, we want to be part of the administration. Elizabeth Warren wants to treasury, Secretary of Treasury, whatever. And then Bernie Sanders wants labor, whatever. He wants to be part of the labor, whatever. And I'm like, boy, you're not going to get none of that stuff. Like, you voted for him already. I really find it funny that people get mad at me because I laugh at the situation, because I knew this was going to happen. You give away your power and then you expect something in return after you give your power away? How stupid is that? How stupid is that? Like, Joe Biden, I can guarantee you, didn't even promise Bernie Sanders anything. He didn't. Same way he didn't promise Elizabeth Warren. Nope. He didn't promise her anything either. There was no progressive party. There was no part of the Democratic Party that is progressive. AOC is a true Democrat. She's a true Democrat. Soon she's gonna start taking lobbyist money. Like, it's gonna be a wrap. Like, come on. This is like, you know, and you know, people act like I don't get the fact that she's put in a tough situation. No, she's put in a tough situation because of herself. Because she decided to bow down to Nancy Pelosi. That's all it was. If AOC would have stuck to her guns like she did in the beginning when she was protesting with the protesters in Nancy Pelosi's office, if she would have kept that same energy to this day, that girl could have been so much more. So much more. You wouldn't have people like me, a true progressive, complaining about her. But because she decided to fall back and call Nancy, once she called Nancy Pelosi the mama bear of the Democratic Party, it was a wrap. It was dubs. There was no way in hell that AOC was a progressive after that. And yes, I saw the Young Turks and they spoke about that whole situation. And Cenk Uygur said that she was put in a tough situation. And I think Anna Kasparov was like, nope. No, and I agree with Anna. And it's so crazy because I don't agree with Anna on a lot, because I think maybe just our personalities would just clash a lot. We're both very strong-minded people. I think deep down maybe we do share a lot of the same political ideas, but I just think we will clash a lot. But at the end of the day, like when it came down to that, yes, I agreed with Anna 110% on that. I feel like Jen Cougar really does try to make excuses for AOC, when she does some effed up thing. But then when Tulsi Gabbard does some effed up thing, like they dwell on it. They, oh my god, cause oh my god, oh my god, and it's like, dude, she was raised as a Republican. Like her father's a Republican. Like, come on. Like AOC came out the bag to my, I'm a progressive. I'm a progressive. And it's like, girl, you probably were, but you're not no more. Again, your own district don't even fund your campaign. They don't fund your campaign. And I know because I live by her district. I live in District 15 in New York City, in the Bronx. She is in District 14. That shit still look the same. And I'm talking about before the pandemic. Ain't nothing changed in District 14 in the Bronx. There's no new jobs. There's no place where people can go for help. Nothing at all. So I don't want to hear it's because of the pandemic. AOC has done nothing for her constituents. So the other day when she stood there and she's like, oh, I have to go back to my constituents every week. And, I feel so bad, this, that, and the third. Do you feel bad? Do you feel bad? Because if you did feel really bad, you would have made change 2 years ago when you first got into office. Instead of going on tour with Bernie Sanders, because he didn't need you to go on tour with him, campaigning. He didn't need you. He had Anina Turner. He didn't need you. You should have stood helping your community. But you didn't do that. You didn't do that. And I understand, oh, we want to fight for Medicare for all. We want to fight for this, a living wage. I get that. I understand that. But how are you helping the people in your district? What new jobs are you trying to create in your district? Are you talking to the governor? Are you talking to the mayor? Are you what are you doing? What are you doing to help your district, AOC? And I'm going to be expecting the same thing from Richie Torres. But Richie Torres, I've never heard Richie Torres say he was progressive, so I'm not expecting for him to be a progressive. I never heard him say that he was, and no progressive has really endorsed him. From my understanding, he had an endorsement of Barack Obama and Joe Biden. I was like, boy, bye. Even Richie Torres, boy, bye. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with a corporate Democrat. I'm not dealing with that. I was a fan of Richie Torres, and I'm not going to lie. I know this is going to sound really messed up, but because he's a gay Latino. I'm not going to lie. I didn't do a lot. I did some research on Richie Torres, like where he came from, the school, all of those things. Like he had it. I researched those things. But like to know that, like, you didn't have Bernie Sanders backing you. You didn't have Tulsi Gabbard backing you. You didn't have any progressive back. You didn't have Jimmy Dore backing you. You didn't have Kyle Kalinske backing you. You didn't have a true progressive backing you up. And again, this two-party system is crap. And the fact that we have people who are okay with it. Again, you have people like Jen Cougar talking about, once Joe Biden gets into office, we're gonna make him do what we want him to do. We're gonna make him do what we want him to do. Boy, bye. Joe Biden ain't gonna do nothing you want him to do, and you know that. Barack Obama didn't do it, and neither is Joe Biden. Barack Obama kicked 5.1 million people out of their homes, and you don't talk about that. Barack Obama started 5 different wars. We went in 2 wars when he got into office. We went in 7 when he got out of office. Okay. So, no, Joe Biden ain't gonna do nothing that y'all want him to do. Y'all gave up y'all power, and oh well. Now y'all gotta deal with the secretary, treasury, whatever. You gotta do all of that stuff because you guys wanted to vote for him. Because you didn't want, and this is the thing, this is the last thing I'm gonna say because I'm at work right now, like a real job, and I can't be late. But the last thing I want to say is, you have people like Jen Cougar and Eric Experiment and the Young Turks and all these deacon progressives, right? And I use quotations because in my heart, I don't feel like they're progressive. The only one in the Young Turks who I feel like is a true progressive is Eric Experiment. As much as I don't agree with her on a lot of things, I feel like she is a true progressive. But this last thing I'm going to say. You guys sit there and you call Trump a dictator. Oh my God, he's horrible. He's a fascist. He's white supremacist, which is actually denounced white supremacy. You guys got to stop lying, acting like he has not denounced it. He has denounced it. So stop saying that he hasn't. But anyway, if Donald Trump was a true dictator, like you guys say he is, why didn't he do that? Why didn't he do anything during the middle of the pandemic? He could have said, you know what? I'm in charge. I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna do what I got. Boom, boom, like Hitler would have done. Like you guys compare him to. He didn't do that. He gave away all his power. He said, I don't want nothing to do with this. Y'all governors take care of this, and I'm going to be in my golf course playing golf. You guys got to stop lying. You guys got to stop acting like progressives. These progressives are real progressives. Real kind of not a progressive. I saw him on a Jimmy Dore show, and I'll give him props for even being on the Jimmy Dore show. And I love Jimmy Dore. He called him out on everything. But y'all not progressives. Y'all not progressives. Y'all not, and again, I don't even believe in all of Tulsi Gabbard's policy, but she stood up to what she believed in. You guys won't do that. I know I'm rambling, but I do want to take the time to say at least Trump is out of office. So we're giving up one racist, one fascist for another. Got you. Oh, and one alleged rapist for another alleged rapist. That's okay though. Okay. Because it's the Democrats. All right. So anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Deuces.